Hey guys, this is Sunny with Sunny Healing Intuitions. We made it through the retrograde. Yay, us! Woohoo! So, if you're joining me for the first time, please hit like and subscribe for more content. I will be always sharing a podcast. It's usually weekly, I don't have a set time. I do have a day job, so I just do this when I can. And whatever topics come up throughout the week, I tend to talk about and the energy of where we are, which is obviously after all of the retrogrades have kind of settled down. Mercury, actually, but we did have the planet parade. That was pretty cool. If you are returning, please keep coming back. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me. I appreciate every one of you. I truly believe that we're all here to share our story. Everybody's story is important. We are all important, and we're always going to be the most important person in our life. We're the star of our movie. We're the writer of our book. You know, we're creating everything in everything we do. I mean, honestly, your words are so powerful. And this is why I thought it was really good to come on today to talk about Mercury retrograde ending, the energy that's going on, and really what we want to focus on. Okay. So I will be doing a Mercury retrograde spread at the end. This is kind of like coming out to give us a little bit of guidance on what we've been through. If you're like me, you may have been releasing a lot of trauma that you didn't think that you still carried from childhood. We're always going to go through those lessons. That's the infinity sign. You know, everything is a cycle. You know, and as we go through these life chapters, before we can move on and ascend up to another level and call in everything that we've been asking for on the level we want, we have to learn our lessons, and we're going to be faced with that lesson every time right before we're trying to level up. Okay, a lot of us are shifting. Well, I would say if you're here, you've probably shifted, even if you don't know it, because those that won't be shifting and ascending are going to be staying low in that low vibration. And what I'm talking about is living in that fear, the anxiety, the worries of the unknown. Those of us who are trusting our path, trusting the guidance, trusting our spirit team, trusting God, whoever you believe in, whoever your higher power is, you're ascending, and you're starting to see through the illusions of others. You're starting to see through the systems that have been in place that are breaking down currently. And if you don't see that, you're going to be seeing a lot more of it as time goes on. So it's really hard for me to stay on track with this topic because I didn't have time. I mean, let's face it. I really could have the time, but I've spent some time resting last weekend after that huge release. I've done some healing work, and I've been slowly putting more things together, which I'll talk about really quickly. So I am putting together a membership on Patreon. It's an app that a lot of spiritual leaders, starseeds, tarot readers, all types of people, artists are starting to move towards. It's, I mean, for now, I don't know what it's going to look like in the future, but for now, it doesn't have any ads, there's no trolls, so it's an easier way for me to share extended messages, to share some healing. It's not free. My membership will be $11.11 a month. I think that's pretty fair if you want extensive readings. So I'll go into every zodiac sign. I will do love readings there. I don't normally do love readings, so this is a special for me. I don't ask me exactly why. I don't always feel like doing a love reading every day, you know, because if you watch my channel and things change up, and then you're sitting there like, oh my God, you know, and then you might be creating things and really it's not for you, it's for someone else. So Love readings will be monthly. I might do them bi-weekly, but it depends on the interest, basically. So we're going to start out at monthly. I will be doing love readings for the collective. If the love readings become popular, then I will do love readings for each sign once a month. And if it's not that popular and it's moving a bit, then maybe I'll move to the bi-weekly. So we'll just kind of play with it and see how it goes. Like I said, everything is a cycle, so we can always reorganize and reevaluate and reassess, which is what the Mercury retrograde's about. So here we go. Sorry. Also, I am working on a healing masterclass workshop. This will be me going over the 4-body system. I'm breaking down into 4 classes. So I'll have a price per class to make it easier for those that may not be able to spend the amount that I choose for the entire package, but can still get the healing. And so it's going to break down to the 4-body system: the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. The spiritual will be last, but I'm working on those details right now. It will probably be November, December I'm looking at, so I will have more details on that, and I'll start promoting that pretty soon here. So, okay, sorry. We're going to go ahead and move on to that Mercury retrograde. Sorry for kicking you over there. Long legs McGee over here. So, Mercury retrograde, that was such a powerful time. I mean, every time I think I've gone through the healing and I'm good, and I'm like, oh yeah, Mercury is going to be cool, like I don't talk shit like, oh, it's going to be easy. No, I don't ever think that. However, I did not think it was going to be the way it was. However, I'm so grateful that it was, because it really challenged my mind to stop the patterns of the loops of fear and worries and anxiety of things that have not happened yet. Doesn't matter how far you've come in the healing journey, there's no level to get to, there's no end of learning. We're all on a path. And a person that mentors me may know so much more than me, but I may know things that they may not know. That's what it's about. It's about learning from each other and sharing the knowledge, so that others that have not been on this path before, that are just finding their way, which a lot more people are going to be doing right now. You're going to be seeing a lot of trippy shit. Because what I was talking about with seeing through the illusion, a lot of clarity is coming in, because Mercury retrograde is a time to reassess, to reevaluate, to look at things and allow things to come up that that we face every day, but we don't necessarily face every day, if you understand what I mean. I'll say it one more time. The things that we face every day that we don't face every day. The things that bother us, but we stuff down because we're not, we don't want to be a drama queen, and speak our feelings, or oh, they've had a rough day, so I'll let it pass this time. I know that they do that, but I'm just going to let it pass this time. No, we're not doing that anymore. We're seeing through what's going on, and we're sticking to our guns, and we're facing what those triggers are from others, because really that is what we need to work on within ourselves. Everybody in our life is a mirror of ourselves. The energy we put out is what is coming into our life. That's what we attract. Energy attracts energy. So, where you spend your energy is what you're attracting. So let's say you were stuck in this loop of dating the same type of person, guy or girl, whatever, I don't care. We're all different. We all love each other. Okay? If you're here, we all love each other. So anyway, let's just say you're in that pattern, right? And you're like, dang it, why do I keep meeting the same type of person in a different body? Well, that's probably where you're putting your energy. Or you say, every guy is the same, or every girl is the same, or every person is the same. Sorry, my neck is kinked a little bit from a workout the other day. As you're saying that, you're creating that reality. You're saying that every person is the same. Well, guess what? That's what you're going to see. If you say, oh man, like every time I get ahead, I'm broke again. Those words, they have power, because guess what? You're going to be broke again. And the thing is I'm not making a lot of money. I do make good money in my day job, okay? I do make great money. I have great benefits. I have a great 401k match, and I'm able to put money in it. I've got great benefits. I love my benefits. And I love the team that works for me, but I could do better, and I could probably look around, but right now I'm focusing on my business. So here we are, and it allows me the time right now to work on my business. So I am riding the wave, and you know what? I'm just being relaxed instead of expecting what the day should be like. And yeah, like it is hard to really move a business in what I'm doing. But I believe in the work that I'm doing. I believe in the reach that I'm, reaching out to people. Even though you're not liking or interacting on my videos on YouTube as much, I've got a lot of traction already from Facebook, and I'm trusting my process. So every day I'm showing up, I'm posting, I am sharing the positivity, because that was my original idea. I was looking back on my journals, okay? Like I love doing that, and that's how we should be in this time, is reflecting on our journey to see how far we've come, and trust that we will always have what we need. We are stable and secure, and we're going to be good. We are guided, we are protected by our spirit, by our higher self, the ascended aspect of our being leading us through this journey. That is what the higher self means. Some people get it twisted. That is not an ego thing. That's the ego, you thinking that. The highest self is the ascended aspect of ourselves that is leading us through this journey, through the intuition that we trust, the messages that we see, mediums that see messages or hear them. That's from their higher self connecting them to that channel above us and the source of creation, everything that is and will always be. Sorry, I've been downloading a lot of codes and like becoming very creative in the ideas that I'm working on. So I've been super thirsty lately. Okay, so moving back to what I was saying, we want to take that time to look at the journey, and that's kind of like the major key in this work, is looking at the journey, but not in a negative way, to look at how much we have grown. I looked at this page. I don't want to look for it, but I looked at this page on my journal that I started, like business ideas, and started writing down things that I wanted to create for the channel, and that's when I started it, and here we are. And I crossed off so many things that I wanted to create, that I wanted to happen. And it's like, that was like a little over a year ago. It's amazing how far we can come in a year if we can take a look at the past and not look at what was bad. We have to forgive ourselves for the guilt and the shame and whatever we did that, I was not a good person back in my 20s and my 30s even. I was not a good person in my 20s, let me tell you that. But I had to do a lot of forgiving recently, and I had to let the stories be told in my head and go through it, and really what you do when you allow this to happen. So this is a major key in releasing, and that's what we needed to do during the new moon and during this retrograde, was really release this pain, worry, anxiety, shame, guilt, fear, whatever whatever is that low vibration that keeps you down here, instead of up here happy and joyous and excited for life and motivated, all that keeps us down here, we stuff that down and it's stuck in our root. And that's where our creative energy flows from. And then through the sacral. And then, that's like our power, our female driven power. And then we've got the other masculine energy in our solar plexus that connects us through the heart. And then all of this to allow that connection to flow. And so if we stuff down everything instead of facing it and releasing it and forgiving it and letting it be what it is, then it's just stuck and it blocks us. It blocks our flow. It blocks the connection to our higher selves. It connects our ability to connect with spirit whenever we need to or throughout the day. I mean, we're always connected technically, but we're not when you're sitting there thinking and worrying and, I do it too. We all do it. We all do it. It's human nature. But we can change it. We can recognize it for what it is and looking at what that trigger is. Why do we get triggered? Why am I feeling this way? Yoga really means about unity and consciousness. And so, you're channeling this energy and you're just allowing it to be. So let's say you're stuck in this position and you're like, oh my God, this is a lot of pain. Just breathe through it. Pay attention to the breath, and it takes your attention away from that pain. And really, it's just your body being uncomfortable, and you can make it through. Obviously, I know that I'm not saying you can always do everything in yoga and all that. I'm just saying, let's just say that you're in that practice and it's really tough right now. But, you're paid, like yoga is like, who am I? How do I feel in there? What's going on? How can I allow it to release from my body? And as we meditate, a really great way to pay attention to our inner selves, which is what the point is, and not thinking all the time, is to pay attention to the breath. Do a 4-count breath while you're counting and breathing in and out, counting that. That is keeping your mind busy on your body rather than the brain. There's all these little tricks, but we really have to pay attention to what it is so that way we can allow it to pass through us. So that way when we see it again, we're not bothered and we're not triggered, and we can go, you know what, I've been there. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm just going to let it flow on by. Like a stick going down the river, just it was the probably less juvenile way I could say that. But anyway, just allowing it to pass. And you're not going to be able to do that right away, but the more you practice, the more it becomes a permanent thing. I don't believe in practice makes perfect, because we're not going to ever be perfect. Practice makes permanent. Sorry, got a little cotton mouth, by the way. If you know, you know, and don't judge me, because that's all I do. So anyway, the reason I go into that is because right now there's a lot of fighting and a lot of miscommunication, because Mercury Retrograde is all about technology, communication, contracts, things like that. But it's miscommunication. So we really have to pay attention and not get bothered by other people's, them trying to pull you in. Let's say, here's an example. So I've had to release some friends, and I noticed that every time I came home, I was depleted of my energy because of them. I felt like I couldn't be myself and speak the way I like to speak, which is who I am. I'm not a mean person. I could be honest, but I'm not blunt. I can be bluntly honest if you ask me to be, but I'm going to be kind in my words and in my approach. But let's just say, like, I have had a tendency to feel triggered in ways, and this is usually when I've given a few times and you pissed me off. So, it happens. We're not all chi. It's not toxic positivity over here, okay? So I'm just trying to tell you how you can get through it. However, in my instance, I was dealing with this a lot. And every time I set a boundary, my boundary was crossed and it was stomped on immensely. And so I had to start not giving it attention. And then as I did that, they got even more triggered. So at this point, I've set my boundaries, I have stood my ground, and now it's time to walk away. And yes, it is hard. I have to grieve every friendship I get rid of because it's like a piece of my heart. I love every single person in my life. I love every single person not in my life. I always send people off with love because it's not personal. It's their own triggers. Like, I was feeling happy and excited about something, and it was just kind of like, oh, it was a bad day for them. Or, oh, that's great. And it's just like, oh, yeah, it is great, but, whatever. It used to bother me so much, and now it's like, cool, okay, well, they don't care, so whatever. Like, I'm not going to put energy towards that because now, I'm lowering my energy to theirs, and now I'm upset. I don't need to be upset about what other people are. And you know what? If somebody wants to tell me what to believe, I don't need to listen to it. I don't need to feel triggered because somebody wants to favor something over another because I believe it's right. That's not how things work. And no, I'm not going into any type of specific topic about things that people are arguing about because I am not getting involved in that shit. I trust and I know that I'm going to be okay, and that's all that fucking matters. And if somebody wants to talk about it in a setting where it's personal and they can be an adult and open-minded with an open heart and not judgmental and preachy, then that's fine. But how fucking rare is that right now? So no, thank you. I am doing amazing things in my life. Even if they're tiny as fuck, they're big to me because it's all about the little things, yo. So, as we're releasing and paying attention to what we're triggered by, we can move forward and grow. That's the growth. That's the movement forward. And as we do that, we release what no longer serves us, and we're opening the doors to all of these opportunities that are coming in for us. There's so many doors open right now, you have no idea. We're going to be seeing magic. We're going to be seeing a lot more things. As you practice to meditate and connect, you're going to be open to more guidance, to more love from Source, more knowledge and wisdom from Source, from Gaia, the Earth. She's raising her frequency too. We're all raising our frequency and we're all awakening. And if you're going through the dark night of the soul and you need help, please let me know. I'm working on that next. And also, if you're interested in a tarot workshop, I will do a very super cheap one for $11.11, and I'll put that together. So please comment on this video if you would like to see these things. Please let me know. I can only give you content that you're asking for, and it's always good to know what people's suggestions are. So, a good affirmation right now is, I am open to receive the best from my highest good. I am open to receive the best from my highest good. I am open to receive the best from my highest good. All right, so I did, I have a table in here. I've got my Halloween lights back here. I was gonna rearrange because, as you can see, the light is in my glasses. I need to see. So I'm gonna change up the room so I can not have this off work glare and I can actually have some good content, like I would say good lighting and whatever. So I do this because I'm still going to be me and I don't care what it looks like. The content that I'm putting out there is more important. The purpose is more important than what I look like, okay? I'm like ready for bed. I took a Epsom salt bath, sorry again, and ready for bed. So before I do that, if you want to see the message that I sent today, it was so beautiful for the collective. I used the Gateway to Light Activation Oracle deck. It was all about the heart, the source of heart, the Stargate heart. It was beautiful. So check it out on Facebook. I am on Instagram, TikTok, obviously YouTube because I'm posting this here. But it's hard to keep up with everything, so I'm gonna be doing what I can. There's a lot of work going on in my life, so it's all for you. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a message. Words. There's Loki. Loki saying hi. It's pretty magical to have a presence of Loki or Falkor. His little meow yawn was so cute. You're such a good boy. He likes to lick my hand as I pet him. All right, anyway, back to your reading. So we're going to go ahead and get this Mercury retrograde spread going for you. This is the collective message. So what is the theme of this Mercury retrograde? King of Wands. Okay. King of Wands. This is like confidence, inner power, the knowing that you have what it takes to call in your desires, your passions, that you can create anything that you like if you just work on it. Those little tiny action steps create for you. You're in this position of like confidence and drive and success. So what are the subconscious blocks? Blocks that you're not aware of? Okay, so this is like harmony and, reflection period of your past, just like I was talking about. So this is like family time, things that have happened with family in the past, things that have happened to you in the past, taking time to reflect on what it is so that you can balance that energy and come into harmony with yourself. Those are the blocks that you're not aware of. It's like something that you're fighting against. Like those mental thoughts, those loops that I was talking about that I've been doing, a lot of that energy's been going around. But as Mercury retrograde, we're in the post-shadow phase, so we still have that energy going, but it's all clearing up. We're going to be starting to see a lot more. We're going to be communicating a lot more clearly. Messages from source will be coming through a lot more clearly to us. So that's going to be happening. September 11th, we're completely out of the Mercury retrograde energy. So what are mental blocks? Mental blocks that we're dealing with. The moon. Okay, so you're not hearing the guidance. You're not trusting the intuition that you're receiving. You're not seeing the signs and synchronicities that are guiding you along your path, or the emotions or the thoughts that you're looping through. You're not paying attention to the message within it. So really getting quiet and meditating and looking within is going to help you, just as I was talking about earlier. I just read the messages and share the energy of what's going on. If this isn't confirmation, I don't know what is. You have the strength. See that infinity symbol I was talking about? The cycles? You're moving through it. You're going to be okay. And if you need additional help, I'm always open to personal readings and energy healings. Okay, so what has been released? 8 of Wands. So you're moving forward now. You have released these blocks and it's almost like you're launching forward to success. And your lessons, oh man. Your lessons are, you know who's got your back and who doesn't. And if you don't know yet, you're going to see very soon. So this is like that tie down energy of other people's energy. Or I'm sorry, the energy of you feeling tied down by other people's energy. So as you're releasing that, you're moving forward. Yep, look at that. Charging forward, ahead, logically, speaking clearly, knowing where you want to go and how to get there. Yep, see, moving on, moving forward away from those turbulent waters into calm, clear waters, onto something greater. And then we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. This is the same energy of being logical, being calm, and responding instead of reacting. And you've got this creation energy. So, my dears, you're going to be seeing this beautiful success as you move forward. Great things are coming. I'm going to get a message of advice from the Wisdom Oracle deck to close this out, and then I will say goodnight. Thank you all so much for being here. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, oh my goodness. You have not been feeling like you are a part of your friend group, a part of the office or wherever you work. You're feeling left out of your family, or you've felt this way for a long time. But things are changing. Things are changing. These loops are ending. Okay? This round and round energy that I was talking about is ending. You're moving forward, taking little action steps, believing in yourself. Let me get one more actually. Thank you. I was ready to come out. Oh yeah, 44. That's a protection number. That's an angel number of protection and creativity. So really think about the things that you have moved forward from, the journey that you've been through, and how you can learn from what you've been through to change what you've been doing in order to create this beautiful new beginning. Yep, new beginning, number 1, using that masculine fire inside of you. All right, guys. Well, I hope that this information was helpful for you. I hope that this reading was very insightful, and I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.